Your Arsman friend plays Civilization 6. Did you ever get into the Civilization games?
I played the original, and
Yeah, classic.
I played the original, and actually, I think I have 4 or 5. I'm not sure if you can see that on my library, but I have 4 or 5, and I bought that just to play with Arseman.
Oh well, six is superior. I
And I
have
think we
one.
barely played with each other.
It is a really fun game. It's
But I
much.
tried a
It's
few times to play the scenarios, and I found, and it was just way too hard. I was like, holy crap, this is too hard for me. Like I didn't even know what was
my
go.
my wife.
I was racing to figure out the scenario. Like I would just do some moves and then go do something, and then boom, I'd be dead. And then I would just replay it and try it again. I'm like, this is insane. But I think it was just scenarios for the hardcore people like him. Actually, I don't think it was for the
I
average Joe.
my I didn't buy Civilization 6 first. My wife did, but she as soon as she started playing it, I got all excited, and she didn't know how to play it yet. And then I told her how to play it too much, and she just stopped because she didn't want me. She wanted to play the game on her own.
She wanted
And
to
so
learn it
then
by
I like
herself.
so then I bought the game because I just wanted to play it, and I started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I finished it all by technology win in one sitting. It took, I think, 20 hours or something.
Holy, holy crap! Wow. By technology, and
Well,
is that the slowest way to win, right?
yeah, it's the funnest way to win with the spaceship. But the thing is that Civilization 6, it still has all the same rules. So if you've played Civilization 1, it's like it makes sense, but everything is better. There's a few subtle things you'll have to figure out, and then you won't be able to master it until you've played it a lot. Um, but it takes place well enough that it's intuitive if you've played any of them before. And the graphics are so much nicer. It's really nice to see the game.
Yeah, I'd like to see it.
You have to do a collab stream, or just Arsenal will just get him to play. He plays it.
Yeah,
He's played like 3,000 hours of it.
yeah, that's insane how much he's played.
Every day at noon, I get a notification that he's started playing that game.
Yeah, I wonder what he's doing. Like, I
Which
don't.
is like it was like 9 a.m. his time. I'm like, you starting your day with some Civ? It's like starting your day with pancakes, you know?
Yeah, I'm curious what he thinks about the whole thing. He has the most knowledge on all the civs. I don't know what the hell he's doing, if he's doing scenarios or what. I liked the original. I thought that was pretty fun, but I don't know if I could play
Well,
the
the
rest.
original had some flaws in that, like, all the men were in one box because it was all locked into your town, and it would have a black line if it was defended at all, but you had no idea how many men left were in there. So when you attacked it, there was no strategy. You just whacked at it till it died. And then if you wanted to click on the town, that box, you could see a picture of how developed the city was and all your resources, all your buildings, and it would just be a piece of art on that picture. But it would always be the same. It'd just be which ones you update. So it was an aqueduct; it'd be in the same place in the same city photo, and then it had a weird little palace thing that you could upgrade over time.
Yeah, yeah.
But in Civilization 6, all of your map is now hexes like Diablo, and like the main core is like your capital block, and then the number on the town is the number of adjacent hexes it'll include as its resource that it's gaining.
Oh.
And as you build buildings,
Oh.
you actually see them being built and then finished in the hexes around the city, so you know everything that's in that city. And then all the units are individual units, so when you're attacking you can be strategic and you can actually attack units with formations and like flanking and range depths. And so it's like there's a lot more there's a lot more to do. The battle is much more exciting to play, and then there's so many more the what do you call them, the monuments that you can add, the wonders. And
Uh,
so there's a lot to do in the game that wise as well. And then they added like colonies and trading with convoys, and the barbarians are still in the game. There's a lot more classes, and then they added specialties like disasters was something you could add. There was one about like special leaders, and each leader gives inherent abilities on top of the base race that you pick. And they have all these over other overlays like religious. You could beat someone by religion. If you conquer the planet with one religion, then you win, and you could just usurp everyone else. Or a diplomatic win, where if you bully everyone too much, or if you were good at negotiations, like weirdly between like players the whole time you're not playing, but you have to make decisions about whether to start wars or not. And someone could just win automatically with nothing going on. And it was like, wait, what happened? And it was like, oh, he won because he offered a peace treaty between two AI players. And you're like, what?
oh
Like
yeah.
AI won by settling a deal with AI? I was like, this is bullshit. Like, so I had to just destroy them right away.
That
So
sounds
then
a little
I
familiar,
realized
actually.
the general way to play is right before you're about to get a technology win, you go on to dominate the planet. You just destroy, because war domination is the best way to play, but it's rarely the correct way to play when you want to go for the other wins. Because like cultural bonus, you're gonna try to win the world like Paris. Like you want to be the tourist capital, and so people can play civilization with different. You can toggle which way you can win or not. So you could like turn off intelligence or technology win and barbarian win, and you have to win
Yeah.
the other. So you can decide how you're
Yeah.
going to play the game.
Yeah, I
And then
meant
there's
I
I can only play on the level 1 or level 2. I think Gavin, or sorry, the other guy plays like level 4 or level 5. I think it goes up to 6 or 7. I can't play at that difficulty. It's too hard. I just play for the fun.
I don't know if you remember a boy named James, but when I was playing Civ 1 on our computer, um the the original Civ had just a text file for the opening cinematic, which was actually just stills actually, and it was the full story of everything. So all the
Yeah.
words going across the screen for the whole story of like in the beginning, there was, several civilizations starting out on Earth. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was just the whole story was in a single text file, and it was very easy to just open and edit. And so I, of course, when I learned that, I, of course, just edited it completely. And I just
Exploited
said,
it immediately. Yeah.
yeah, I immediately changed the whole thing. Like, in the beginning, there was Sweetie Petey, and he ruled the entire universe.
Yeah. That's a
and,
cool.
and so I agree. You just write the text file. That was just that easy, and you could change the whole game, right? And so I did that. And James, like when I remember when I didn't tell him anything about that, but I just started opening the game and showing the story, and he saw the story was completely different. He freaked out. He went nuts. He was almost crying at how much the game was completely ruined by my story that I made.
Did he think the game was against him, or did he
No,
think you
he
were a
was.
wizard?
I think he was just. It was like blasphemy that I had completely ruined the story in the game by changing all the text.